What's up, guys? It's Transcend. Thank you for stopping by the channel, and I hope you are ready to watch some of the sketchiest racing and MX bikes that you have ever seen. To lay out the ground for you here, I have not ridden a 450 in God knows how long. Honestly, could have been a year by now that I've actually raced a 450. Been primary 250 guy for a long time now, and not only that, but Supercross in general. We've been heavy grinding the outdoor stuff. I have ridden absolutely no Supercross, and especially you mix that with me being uncomfortable in the 450, and obviously the 450 just has an insane amount of torque, as you just saw with me absolutely larrying myself in the rollers and just cross jumping everybody. I mean, look, when it comes to this race right here, it's me. I am the problem. I feel bad for everybody that I'm around. I literally couldn't keep it on two wheels. I was just murdering people left and right. And to be honest, there were so many sketchy moments in this race that I didn't know where to cut this heat race to clip it and make it shorter so that we could move to the main event. I pretty much left the entire heat race in here because even though, I mean, I'm not racing against any, high level, high name guys in this race, I was such a hazard that the battles were not bad. I mean, I was murdering people, murdering myself, and we somehow ended up P3 or P4 in the heat. And I mean, look, I'll go ahead and throw out another excuse too. Daytona for the Supercross season was a weekend that I was out of town. I did not get to race this race, so I didn't even download it. I had to download this track for this race in particular. So look, there's a lot of factors in play here that caused me to be the biggest hazard you've ever seen in this game. And I think it's pretty entertaining to watch, if I'm being real with you. So the race that we are in is the CCRL Super MotoCross series that they're putting on right now. This is like round 5. I didn't race the first 4. I don't even know if there's going to be motocross involved. It's Super MotoCross, so I assume there's going to be some outdoor rounds. And just wow. I mean, I'm watching this back, trying to commentate, and I just am in disbelief at what a gigantic hazard I am. A little more. But I had a good time doing this race. I had a blast racing against people that I, usually don't get to race. Obviously, when you do smaller series like this that aren't the professional ARL series, which I don't normally do, I usually just do the ARL series. You get some people that are low-key fast that don't do the ARL series, but they're still just absolutely barking. And you mix that with an uncomfortable bike on a uncharacteristically rough track for this season. As you know, all the Supercross tracks were smooth, and Daytona was the only one that actually had ruts. So just some interesting dynamics going on here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing a series like this where I go over the different My MXB series races in MX bikes and just kind of get the lay of the land and see, what's going on, how those series are, how they're ran. With, some of the bigger names, CCRL, SIRL, they always run, pretty smooth. So this was to be expected, and just, again, I don't know. I was bored this night and was like, let's do it. And even though it's on a 450, and I feel like it's a little dangerous riding the 450 or the 250 whenever you're not racing that bike primarily, and you're trying to do good. I'm trying to do pretty good. I think I'm top 10 right now in the outdoor ARL series on the 250. So riding the 450 can be a bit of a hazard because it makes riding the 250 feel extra weird whenever you go back to it. But I also don't know. I feel like the 450 is so out of whack that it almost makes you better on the 250 whenever you go back, because the 250 just has so much traction in comparison to the 450. So it's almost like if you can make the 450 feel in control, then whenever you switch back to the 250, you feel like you can just hold it wicked everywhere and not let off and still just corner and do everything you need to do. So yeah, overall, I just couldn't believe how absolutely sketchy I felt on this track, on this bike. I do have the Suzuki model on the Yamaha 450, so I am actually on the Yamaha 450. with the, of course, awesome looking Helium. I believe it's 25.7 new FXR gear that the boys at Pack EMH created for me and the team to run. So super stoked with the clean look that this gear has. I feel like a lot of gear is like kind of complex and a little too busy, so I can appreciate the simple, bold look. And yeah, as this moto goes on, I just kind of try to calm down and get my bearings. As I said, on the 450, super unfamiliar with it, and just trying to not wad my brains out every single lap, which is a task. It's also a pretty tough track, and, you know, again, with having not spent many laps, you know, getting the lines down and hitting all my points, it just creates situations like this race where I am just the biggest hazard I've ever been, and hopefully ever will be. So I literally apologize to every single person that had to deal with me in this race. So yeah, look, we slip into third here, but being 50 seconds behind somebody that you're used to battling with and being the same speed as, not a good sign. And we were not vibing on this track, if I'm being real. So, and in the main event, of course, Braden and Dizzle, and then for some reason Rax decided to sign up for this and race this. So obviously he was going to check out and win. I mean, no question. He must have just been bored, same as me, and decided to just, I don't know, show up and bully us for some reason. And as is standard for me racing in MX bikes, even when things are looking great, it's never too late for them to turn to absolute shit and just go down in the dumbest of ways. I don't know if that was just Boboso physics or if I got, you know, if there was just too many people going into the corner at the same time. But one way or another, luck's never on my side. It's always me that gets shafted and goes down and is in dead last no matter what. So Thankfully, it looks like everybody is kind of messing up. I think these first few laps are pretty eventful. There's a lot of mistakes. I think there's quite a few from me as well. And, you know, we're just trying to take advantage. The first few laps when you're racing in MX bikes are literally the most important aspect to a race. Because if you can, even if you go down on the start, like I did, if you cannot crash for the first 3 laps, even if you start in last, you will be top 10, even in the pro races. I don't know, like, why the first laps. I mean, I do know why. The netcode on this game is absolutely atrocious, and so when you have so many people trying to go through the track at the same time and the netcode is bad, people aren't where they really are on your screen as they are in their screen, and so you collide, you get thrown across the track, your bike goes flying. That is just the nature of online racing in this game because the netcode is so bad. So if you can ride the first 2 or 3 laps as conservative as possible and just focus on keeping the 2 wheels on the ground, not crashing. Okay, that was crazy. All right, unsaid. Keep it, just don't crash, right? Stay alive, don't cost yourself too much time. Dude, it's insane. It's like miracle, because even if you start dead last in the first corner, if you don't crash, dude, you're top 10 no matter what. And obviously in a smaller race like this, you can be top 5. So, I don't know. I guess it's the same way with IRL racing and with MX Sim and literally any dirt bike racing game out there. Consistency is always key, but I just feel like there's an extra little thing for some reason on MX bikes where if you can figure out a way to not crash and not get cleaned out by other riders and like be more in control of your own destiny, whether that's taking different lines in the first few laps so that you can avoid the big crowds of people that are usually down in a massive pileup, or, you know, anything. If things are getting sketchy, just make it as least sketchy as possible for you. And that's like 95% of the battle for the race. The rest of the race can be smooth sailing if you can make it through the first 3 laps. So we ended up getting pretty lucky, getting around everybody. And I mean, from here, I'm pretty sure it's fairly boring. So, I mean, I'm going to skip through this and go through, you know, some of the highlights, maybe some of the battles, some of the big crashes. But I mean, other than that, that was pretty much the whole race. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep doing this series. It's been a fun time, and it's honestly kind of fun riding the 450 and mixing it up a little bit after doing so many races on the 250. So, yeah, I'm going to let this play out, show you some of the highlights, but that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'll see you at the next race.